How Americans Really Speak in Daily Life. Hey there, beautiful people. Welcome back to SpeakUp English, the podcast that helps you speak English with confidence, clarity, and zero fear. I'm your host, Emma, and today is a special one. So get comfortable, grab your coffee, your tea, whatever you're sipping on, because what I'm about to share with you might just change the way you learn English forever. Before we dive in, I want you to listen to me very, very carefully. If you watch this video until the end, especially the final part, you will become capable of speaking English naturally and confidently. You won't need to depend on grammar rules all the time. You won't need to keep searching for random YouTube videos, jumping from one channel to another, feeling more confused than when you started. By the end of this episode, you will become a confident English learner. Someone who doesn't just know English, but someone who can live in English. Someone who can open their mouth and speak without that voice in their head saying, wait, is this grammatically correct? So stay with me, this one's important. Okay, let's talk about today's topic, how Americans really speak in daily life. Here's the truth, and I say this with so much love. Most English learners study English like it's a math formula. Subject, verb, object. Present perfect, past continuous, conditional tense type 3. And don't get me wrong, grammar has its place. But here's what nobody tells you. Real Americans don't talk like a textbook. They drop words, they mumble, they mix slang with shortcuts. They say things that would make your grammar teacher gasp. And yet, it's completely correct in real life. Today, I'm going to peel back the curtain and show you exactly how native speakers talk when they're not performing for a classroom, when they're just being human. This is the English you'll hear in coffee shops, in offices, on the street, in family kitchens across America. This is the English that actually matters. Let's get into it. Americans don't speak in full sentences. Let's start with something that surprises almost every learner. In school, you were taught, I am going to go to the store. Full sentence, correct grammar, beautiful. But in real life, an American will say, gonna run to the store, heading out, be back soon. Let me grab my keys real quick. Notice that? Gonna instead of going to. Lemme instead of let me. These aren't mistakes, they're natural reductions. Native speakers compress language because speed and rhythm matter more than textbook perfection. Here's your homework, my friend. Next time you're practicing speaking, don't aim for perfect. Aim for natural. Say wanna instead of want to. Say kinda instead of kind of. This is how real conversations flow. Small talk is everything. Here's something that took me years to fully understand about American culture. Small talk is the glue of daily life. You walk into a coffee shop and the barista says, "Hey, how's it going today?" Now here's the secret. They're not asking for your life story. They want a quick, warm exchange. The expected response? Pretty good, thanks. How about you? That's it. Short, warm, done. Americans use phrases like, what's up? How's everything? Long time no see. Catch you later. These aren't deep questions. They're social rituals, like a warm handshake in word form. And if you master these little phrases, you will sound so much more natural than someone reciting textbook greetings like, how do you do? Which, by the way, almost nobody says anymore. Segment 3, slang and fillers, the secret sauce. Now let's talk about something most courses are afraid to teach you, fillers and slang. Americans use filler words constantly. So, I was thinking, it's kind of a big deal, you know? Honestly, I'm just, not sure. These aren't signs of bad English. They're signs of real English. Fillers like, you know, I mean, and honestly, give speakers time to think while keeping the conversation flowing naturally. And slang? Oh, it's everywhere. That's awesome, instead of, that is very good. No worries, instead of, it is not a problem. I'm beat, meaning I'm exhausted. Let's grab a bite, meaning let's eat something. Here's my advice. Don't just memorize these phrases. Feel them. Say them out loud, in context, until they become part of your natural speech. Segment 4, politeness through indirectness. Here's something beautiful about American communication. Even when people disagree, they often soften it. Instead of saying, "No, that's wrong," Americans might say, "I see what you mean, but have you thought about it this way?" Instead of, "I don't want to," they might say, "I'd love to, but I'm a little swamped right now." This softness isn't weakness. It's emotional intelligence woven into language. If you want to sound more natural, more native, learn to soften your sentences. Add a little cushion. It changes everything about how you're perceived. Segment 5, the real secret. Listening like a detective. Now here's something deeply personal I want to share with you. I've talked to hundreds of learners over the years, and so many of them say the same thing. "Emma, I understand English when I read it, but when Americans speak fast, I just freeze." I understand that feeling completely. It's not because you're not smart. It's not because you haven't studied enough. It's because spoken English and written English are two different worlds. The solution? Stop studying English. Start living in it. Listen to real conversations, podcasts like this one, interviews, casual vlogs. Don't just listen for meaning. Listen like a detective. Notice the rhythm. Notice where words get swallowed. Notice the music of the sentence, not just the words. Because fluency isn't about knowing every grammar rule. Fluency is about familiarity. The more your ears get used to real American speech, the more your mouth will naturally start producing it, without you even trying. Segment 6, confidence is your real teacher. I want to pause here and speak to you, yes you, listening right now, directly, from my heart. If you've ever felt embarrassed speaking English, if you've ever stayed silent in a meeting because you were scared of making a mistake, if you've ever rehearsed a sentence 10 times in your head before saying it out loud, I want you to know something important. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are simply in the process of becoming. Every single fluent speaker you admire today once stumbled over their words. Every confident communicator you've seen once felt exactly like you feel right now. The difference between them and where you are today isn't talent, it's repetition, it's courage. It's showing up again and again, even when it feels uncomfortable. Speaking English isn't about being perfect. It's about being willing to be imperfect in public and growing from there. Segment 7, your action plan. Okay, let's make this practical. Here's exactly what I want you to do starting today. 1, shadow native speech. Pick a short clip, even 30 seconds, from a podcast or show. Repeat after the speaker, copying their rhythm and reductions. 2, use contractions intentionally. Practice saying gonna, wanna, gotta, kinda until they feel natural on your tongue. 3, practice small talk daily, even if it's just talking to yourself in the mirror. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good, thanks. 4, record yourself speaking once a week. Listen back. Don't judge yourself, just notice your progress. 5, speak before you feel ready. Confidence comes from action, not preparation. You don't need permission to start, you need courage. Closing, the final part. Remember the hook? And now, my friend, here we are, the part I promised you, the final part. If you've made it this far, I want you to take a deep breath with me. In and out. Because here's the truth. Learning English isn't a race against grammar books. It's not about memorizing 1,000 rules or chasing every YouTube video promising you the one secret trick to fluency. There is no single secret. There's only consistency, exposure, and self-belief. From today, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Not to me, to yourself. Promise that you will stop being a passive learner, scrolling through video after video, hoping fluency will magically appear one day. Instead, become an active speaker. Open your mouth, make mistakes, laugh at them, keep going. Because the truth is, you already have everything you need to speak English confidently. You don't need another video, you don't need another rule. You need practice, patience, and the belief that your voice deserves to be heard, accent and all. So here is my promise to you. If you keep showing up here on SpeakUp English, episode after episode, practicing what we talk about, listening the way I taught you today, detective style, rhythm first, you will become fluent. Not someday, not eventually, step by step, starting now. You are capable, you are growing, and your English, your real, authentic, beautifully imperfect English, is already good enough to start speaking today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this episode touched something in you, please subscribe to SpeakUp English, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and leave a comment telling me what's one English phrase you're going to practice this week. Until next time, this is Emma reminding you, your voice matters, your effort matters, and your English journey is just getting started. Keep speaking up. I'll see you in the next episode.